It's quite tragic, especially for our youngsters who are just out there to look for a job, to serve the motherland. I received a call earlier from a young man who said he had been there 5 something in the morning, and that his estimate of the people you could see would be between 8,000 and 9,000. How do you cram thousands of youngsters in such a small space? So I think the protocol surrounding the recruitment process, right from how you get forms that are not refundable, knowing so well that how many armies in Africa can expect to take as many thousands of recruits at the same time. I remember some time ago, the Ghana Immigration Service had an opening for only 500 vacancies, and over 80,000 people applied. So I think it is only ethical that security agencies will announce that for the month of November, for example, there is an opening for 1,000 people. There is an opening for 500 people. So you don't get people in their tens of thousands applying, knowing so well that not all of them will make it, and you don't refund the money. So in addition to the monetary loss, these youngsters and their parents and guardians have suffered over the years, now we have casualties. So it's a very sad day. And I believe that the fact that some of our youngsters are desperate for work or desperate to put food on their family's table, that should not be exploited to make them to make their situation worse.
But you raise a very important point there, because this has been spoken about several times, where we know the spaces we need in our job placement or places, including the military. If you need 10,000 people, you make sure you sell forms accordingly. But it's unfortunate, looking at the way we are rather reactionary than being proactive in some of these things. We should have anticipated that because of the 1 week window giving for people to come and see whether they can get recruitment, we should anticipate the number, don't we?
I agree with you perfectly, Nana. But ethically, that is what should happen. And again, why work all the time? As a country, I was speaking to an international, media house this morning about the helicopter crash. Why don't we decentralize our system? Why is it that when there is a function, people have to move from Accra with all the risk of travel to go there? We do a politics of gallery, a politics of optics, a politics of, Nana was there, or Nana Bright wasn't there, or such a person was there or was not there. So let's decentralize. The military has got commands across the country. And so for those who are applying from the northern sector, don't come to Accra for body search or for body selection. There's no need for people. Go, I'm sure if your reporter should speak to the young people who masked up at Elwak today, I'm sure some came as far as Upper East, Upper West, the northern region, Savannah and all those, coming all the way to Accra. The cost of travel, the risk of travel, the cost of accommodation while they are in Accra, and on top of that, there are casualties. And so I would, respectfully implore our top military brass and other security agencies that let's be ethical. Let's not exploit the desperation of young Ghanaians who are willing to serve by putting them in harm's way. So the numbers should be definitive. If you are employing or recruiting 12,000 into the army, over which period? Or we want to do it in 5 tranches, to do it in tranches of 2,000 every 2 months. So every parent who pushes his or her child will know that the person stands a chance of getting the job. So I'm quite saddened by the response coming from Elwak, and I think reactionary, posture all the time doesn't help. Disaster has to strike before we become preemptive or proactive. That shouldn't be the posture of a serious country like the Republic of Ghana.
What do you suggest, moving on, we should be doing in terms of this, in terms of what has happened, so we don't repeat them, especially when this is something we've been talking about every time. It looks like it sounded like an empty bottle or empty silver, whatever we call it, utensil, because this is happening every time.
Employment in all the security agencies should be region-based, because all of them have got regional commands. So if you take the Ghana Armed Forces,
your call has been put on hold. Please.
Right, Ibad, unfortunately, we've lost him there. Ibad Ibrahim is a security analyst, giving his perspective about it. But Laboda, let me come back to you. It's been recurring. I mean, we come here, we talk about it.